Hey, morning.
Morning. Morning.
Morning.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
So buenas tardes, that's good afternoon, correct?
Yep.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get crack-a-lackin'. And then we'll run through stand-up, and then I just thought we could take a look at our stand-up list and see if we can keep moving that in the right direction.
Okay. Well, I was working in comments in fixing comment and pull requests. Also, I took the bug for lie flat hardcover in draft completion. I created a pull request for that, and also took the story for the cover labels, centralize the CPL builders, and I am almost done with that. Well, I need to take care of more comments, and I will check those to fix. I will analyze how to do this. There is some ones that seems difficult or complex to do. Well, I will take a look. Well, that's pretty much my status so far.
Okay, pull request reviews for me. Updated the vending press, and I need to start testing that. That was already published, so yeah, I need to be able to focus on that so that I can enable that pull request for review. And yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. So the multi-box, I had to fix some page issues for it. It was pretty messed up, and then just with merges and everything else, and then Dan had suggested changing package session to multi-box shipment, basically, and there's 3 different entities that were basically from that package session details, and something else. And I, anyways, did a renaming on that, which was a lot bigger than I thought it would be. So I hope that the names that he suggested are good. I thought they were good, but anyway, didn't realize it'd be that big of a thing. But anyways, and then I'm going through some code review comments from Scotty on the Printify shipping API now. So that's pretty much it for me.
Good. I was working on some PR review yesterday, and then the Printify stuff. I realized what I did wrong on my code this morning, so I'm gonna push that back out to dev and retry an order, and then work up that email for those guys, and then back to planning stuff. I got the cutting plan stuff just to finalize, and then Tara sent me some information from the case making planning stuff that I need to look into. So that's pretty much what I got on my plate. But and whatever else pops up, and that's all for me.
I guess that's me. Well, let's see. Pull request reviews, deploys, and more pull request reviews for today. We have a lot of pull requests in draft. So much so that I had to figure out a way to hide them from my view so that I didn't have to figure out which
Obsess
ones to
over 'em.
focus on. Yeah. So they're now hidden from me, but we still want
That means
to,
they don't exist.
that means they don't exist, right? Which
Oh,
a lot of them don't, because they're in the process of being worked on, and so that's the ideal. So, but I'm going to keep going on these, try to get things ready for our deploys for next week, so we can have them all reviewed. And I probably should look at those dies that Mike brought up a while back, that he thinks they're fine, but we probably still need to fix. So that's probably what I'll be working on today.
All right. I don't have anything specific. Let's just take a look at the stand-up list and let's see if we can move through this a little bit.
I do, so that's good. Do you want to start with the Create Partner for Cloudpreneur Passbook
Sure.
that Ryan put in? It's a beautiful story.
It's work in progress, but okay. So just to carry on, kind of what we talked about yesterday is that we do not use the well, I found some different interesting things. So we have Cloud Printer and we have Cloud Printer Wholesale. Cloud Printer Wholesale and Cloud Printer are using the API key to switch between them. So they are using that to identify the partner. So they do use that. So for this new Cloud Printer Passbook, this one's different because we are not going to be using a different API key for these two, but we are going to be using the consigner field. It's a weird thing. It's in shipment. It's in their payload. It's in the shipment, but we're already using it. We're putting that in integration key 2, just as an informational piece, so that we can see which of their sub partners an order is for. Did go back and check to make sure that Passbook has not changed in the 3 years that we've been doing their orders, so that's good. We will need to take their callbacks, the Cloud Printer callbacks, copy them, mimic them, but use the Cloud Printer API when calling back, because the Passbook partner needs to look like it's still a Cloud Printer order when we're sending it back. So that's there. So there's all information there about specifically what we need to do, and from everything that I can tell, just by having a new partner, it's going to create a new Acumatica invoice, and then they'll just need to make sure they put it towards the right biller, and then we're good there. So there's some code changes listed. I did also look into, I found a usage of where we're looking for Cloud Printer Partner in the digital shipper, or in the desktop shipper controller, because we were putting that consigner as the return name. We don't need to change that in this case. We're just going to leave it alone, because now the Passbook partner can have Passbook on the return company, so it can behave like a normal partner. We also need to make sure we do the file processing and code always that we're doing on Cloud Printer, because those are partner modifiers, do not honor parent or parent partners. So we want to copy that down. Just to clarify here, we are not doing anything about the warehousing fee schedule. We don't have architecture for that. That is nothing we're going to do here. So I just left that in there so that you can see, yes, that is in the original ticket, but we're not doing anything about that in this case. And then there are some open questions. The cutover timing, I don't think that's important. My understanding is we are just going to roll this out. Any new orders from that time forward will go into the new partner. Anything before then will go on the original invoice as it was. But Chad, we probably should check with Chase, see if that's what he wants, or do we need to move all of the orders for Passbook that are not invoiced over to the new one?
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, actually, yeah, the other thing is, I guess, because I don't know when they're going to start using their own box and we need to start not billing them for the box. So I just don't have answers on that. That would be helpful. I don't think it's an issue, but it could be depending on what Chase says.
Okay, I'll bring him over and we'll have a conversation and make
Okay.
sure we get all of our boxes checked.
Okay. I don't know how we want to look for the word passbook. It's going to be a string match against a field, and the JSON feels kind of fragile. Probably should make it a constant at least, but still something that could. I don't know. I don't think we have to worry about it changing because it's been 3 years and they haven't changed it. If they were to change it, then it would stop working, but I think that that's just something that we would have to deal with. And then anything right now for Cloud Printer is they're just going to need to know that the sales report, any report that references Cloud Printer is now going to have the two partners split. I don't think that's a problem, so I just left that in there. It's just an informational. If you scroll down, it seems like there were drop out of the description and go to the acceptance criteria. Yeah, that's where. Oops. Yeah, so that's where I put matches case insensitive and exacted constant, not a substring test. I just flagged that as discussed. Is there any other way that we could do that? Does anybody?
Yeah, I don't know. If we have a modifier or things like that, if they change on their side,
I see.
we can totally adjust, but it will be silent for us. We won't detect
The problem
when they
is
change.
we won't have access to the modifiers. Well, I guess we will because we can look them up off the API. Well, at the time we're making this decision, we don't have a partner yet, I don't think. So we can't check partner modifiers. It would have to be like a central parameter, something that's global.
Yeah, or a cloud printer parameter. Right.
I see.
But
Because we should have the cloud printer.
yeah, but anyway, if that doesn't match, we won't get notified. We cannot
Yeah.
notify for everything that doesn't match. So
Yeah, so string's probably fine. Just have a constant declared.
yeah.
What we're looking for. What was that?
Sorry, where does this happen in the try-answer order?
No, this happens before we even. Well, at the very beginning of an API call, we identify which partner it is based on the API key, and
Oh, right. So for Wonderbly and Historic Newspaper, don't we switch it after the fact to a Historic Newspaper? I thought there was kind of a different flow for that.
that was more. But that was because we had to do it that way. There was some reason why.
Oh, so I
had
just
to
was thinking if
wait.
we had more context later down, if we
Yeah.
bring it in as Cloud Printer, then switch it
Yeah,
to Passbook, we might have more
I see.
leeway to work with.
That is another idea.
So just another thought.
Okay. I think that when possible, it's better to import the order as the correct partner from the beginning because that matches more of
Yeah.
our flow. But
And
that's
then-
not a
and
bad idea if we need to.
Yeah, if we need to. Yeah, because I like that one better because the default is that if all of our logic fails, it still comes in as the right partner. So
Yeah.
we're not getting kind of weird stuff.
Passbook insert still attaches as a dependent order item. I think we ought to look at that and maybe rework that. Maybe we move the passbook insert into the passbook partner, or maybe we just leave it where it is. But we just, instead of, I don't know how we're doing passbook insert, we might be looking at integration key 2 and seeing if it's passbook. If that's the case, I think we should switch it to just check to see the partner. So that's what I flagged there, and I think the other ones are all pretty clear.
Okay. Question. So looks like there are still some things open, right?
Like what? What we talked about?
Right.
Okay.
And thinking about what will happen at implementation time and reviewing time, right?
Sure.
So just for us to not say, okay, yeah, but now I want this other direction or whatever.
Sure.
Should we settle the decisions now? I'm
certainly,
not saying
yeah.
right
I
now,
don't see a
right?
problem.
But
Yeah.
before,
I'd say we've kind of already discussed them. I think that we can settle those now.
Okay.
But I also want to leave things open that we will always see it differently once once the code's written, and we may change direction then.
Mhm.
But I agree. I think finalizing anything we can now will help whoever ends up doing it.
Yes.
So then you can remove the discuss. We are going to we're just going to leave it as it is written there, and then you can then just say, instead of do we rework this to be a partner based, say adjust to use the partner instead of integration key 2. Something like that. Let's go back up to the description up above. At the bottom, there were a couple of pieces. I think we still need to work with Chase to understand.
Mhm.
But I don't think that applies right now. I think you can just remove it, or just leave it there, but on the third one, discuss constant versus, you can just delete that one. Oh, but it is an open question. We decided what? Where are we going to put it?
That is the one that is a constant or a modifier or something
Well,
else.
up in 2 it says a consigner constant. This is no,
consigner.
sorry, it was showing.
Yeah.
What was that? Yeah,
What's
right
the
there.
Consigner.
Consigner is the field on their payload. So it's in their
okay.
payload, order dto.shipping.consigner. It's basically who is what that means. It's the consigner is who
Like their
is placing the
sub-partner?
work. Yeah, who is the sub partner? That's a good way to describe it.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So where do we put that? And Claude suggested putting it as a small static class under the cloud printer area, since that's the only consumer. I'm not opposed to that. I think that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. My concern is about how we get notified when they change their, but
If it
that's probably out of
Yeah.
scope.
I think it is out of scope. I mean, it's clear for 3 years it hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's not going to, but it feels pretty
we
solid.
could put a log in there if it doesn't match anything in our class.
No, because they
But
send in
we
all
have
sorts of
many.
consigners. They send in, the cloud printer sends in like 20, 30 different consigners.
Oh, then I would recommend doing what I said.
Yeah, we're only interested in.
Please don't do that.
Yes, don't do that. Yeah.
Rebecca wants more logs.
Yeah.
Ryan, will you repeat that? You said we decided to put it, and then
Rebecca
I'm so
wants
sorry.
more logs.
No, you said
uh,
in some small and
No, just remove the whole RH discuss and just put
Okay.
in bold, do as suggested up above.
oh, okay.
But the only things that we are need to track with Chase really is just the number 1 point.
Yeah, that's how
And
we're
then-
handling cutover point if we're trying to move orders, or or is this a targeted deploy, or what?
And then just
Then I'll-
notify them about the reporting side of it.
Yeah, that's not really.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
don't think we need to. I think that's pretty clear.
that's not
to
a
everybody.
question. That's just
No.
yeah,
Heads up.
heads up. Yeah, but I think you're right. You probably know that, but okay. Well, I feel like we could probably still estimate this at that. That's probably not critical for the estimation, is it?
No, this is just, that's a timing question.
Okay. That's what I thought. I opened up my poker, if you guys want to open that up. Probably go through a few things this morning.
I was playing poker last night, and I got to tell you, this is nothing like that. I was losing a lot because I went in up thinking it was this game.
You're like,
What do I vote?
Yeah, I'm like, medium? I don't know. It was like, fours and yeah, it was strange.
He lost $2,000.
Yeah. 2,000, I don't know. Good night.
Oh.
That was the buy-in at Chad's game.
yeah, that's right. No, I don't want no scrubs.
Yeah. You gotta be quoting TLC.
That's the guy who can't get. Anyway.
All right, that was a medium. Ryan, you didn't vote. Do you concur
That's
with
what
the
I was
medium on
thinking.
that?
I thought I
Okay.
had clicked M already, so
Hmm.
I had not.
Well, there was 4 mediums, so it was going to go that way anyway, so.
Good.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay, you want to talk about the nanogram one? That seems to keep coming up.
Oh, well.
Or you can start here. You
Let me
can go
start here because, yeah, I need to communicate with Leah and then probably Jamie about just in general that a lot of the things that they're requesting recently isn't just going to be like that. So this is probably one of those. So Snail Mail is a new partner, and they have a printed envelope that they want a forever stamp on, and this part I do not understand. But Leah said that she talked with Jamie, and apparently we need to give them a shipping code. We need to create a shipping code to send them.
You sent a basic invite.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you familiar with that at all, Chuck? Like what they do when they just stamp the envelopes?
No, I don't know what this. I don't
That's
know.
the white glove
This isn't clear to
process.
me.
Just like glove, yeah.
So
That's just
I'm
like somebody literally takes
Yeah.
fills
Taking
it out
stamp.
and drops it off at the USPS, right? Like the post office.
Well,
Yeah, they go
they're
get
they're
rolls of
putting
stamps
actual
and-
stamps. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they-
get a rolls of stamp and they put an actual stamp on it.
Oh, sorry. When you said stamp, for some reason, in my head, then I was thinking of a rubber.
And so, yeah,
stamp.
the question, and maybe I'm wrong, Rebecca, but I think the question is that how do we set up the white glove, like where they're going to put a stamp on it so that they know they need to do that?
We set that. That's a
White
method,
glove's a method. Yeah.
and then we. So
yeah, okay,
it'll
so
just be a
hold on.
mapping to that method, I guess.
But we're not using white glove is the method that's basic invites term. We don't. So when I talked to Jamie about this a while back, she agreed we don't want to call it white glove internally. We're going to call
Okay.
it the stamp fulfillment method. So people do know it as white glove because that's all we've ever done. But we set up stamped fulfillment a couple months ago. It's in the same shipping provider as white glove, and Alexander's Van and Will Call, all these miscellaneous shipping methods that don't go through anything. So it's called stamp fulfillment.
Okay, so 505 is white glove and 506 is stamp fulfillment. So does basic invite? Then
Basic
those will
invite
say
is
white
goes
glove.
to white glove.
Okay, and
yes.
the other ones will say stamp
But those
fulfillment,
are
and then
stamp fulfillment.
and then do they? That probably doesn't do anything. Just going that method, does that add
Yeah.
something to their billing, or do
I
they
don't
have to go add
probably right. I don't know. Those are all questions we have to ask. Like how much are we
Yeah.
charging for it? How do we?
And I have a
Yes,
question. Does anyone understand what she's talking about with shipping code?
that? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's
Is that the
just
file
for the
I think
method.
what we're talking
Just
about.
like
Well,
if you send
no.
in USPS ground or FedEx ground or whatever the partner sends in, just tell it that that's the shipping method that they want to use.
So, yeah.
Were you going to say something, Chuck? Is that wrong?
No. I'm just saying, yeah,
Okay.
like just some kind of a code that makes sense
So
to
they
them.
can tell us what
Oh.
they're using.
Yeah, they're
So
yeah
they
they're
will
good.
send that in the payload to call
Could be
for the
the code
stamp
could be
fulfillment method.
Rebecca's favorite method. One.
Yeah,
Doesn't-
yeah.
And I think we can just call it
It's
stamp
just whatever.
fulfillment.
Whatever they
all
send
of
us, or whatever we said in, yeah, it can be.
We could call it Becky's method. That was the look that will kill the train engineer right there.
Yeah, it like caused your camera to turn off.
Camera stopped working.
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened.
Oh, I thought you got so
You
angry. I
didn't do it
thought
on
you were
purpose?
going over to kill me.
That's
I changed my mind.
Your frosty glare turned off.
So is that all on this to set up the partner? We just have to set the method to this 506, or is there more?
we
to it than
also-
that, or-
we at least need to also pose the question to make sure they know that. I mean, we don't know that that's gonna just automatically add the billing required because
It's
I
not.
know that. Yeah,
So we need to find out if they're charging a fee for this, and then we have to add the fee in.
no,
to the,
no. We need to just let them know this doesn't add fees automatically. So
Got it.
I don't know what they do. Just in the what do you call it? The pricing. Yeah.
And we need to figure out what happens if something ends up with this method. When they get, like, what is production, how do they want this to work in production? Do they want these to be, because I know that because we just looked at this because Basic Invite puts white glove in the finishing step on the batch.
Mm-hmm.
So that way they can see that batch has stamp fulfillment, which is another good reason why we extend the length of that field instead of not. Thank you, Sebastian, and Mario for that suggestion.
So can we use white glove as the finishing step for everyone, or does that have to
No.
be unique to Basic Invite?
I think we'd want
You're
to switch it
muted,
over to be stamp
Chad.
fulfillment.
You're muted, Chuck.
Sorry. Yeah. Well,
I
I,
could
think
hear
Ryan.
you.
What Chuck said.
Yeah.
Chuck said. I just said what Chuck said.
I know, but us could hear that.
We'd want stamp fulfillment is the one that could be used for any of them, but white glove is a Basic Invite specific term.
Or
So-
we talk to production and they're gonna know we only want it to be white glove because that's what we're used to. Then okay,
I mean-
then that's what we do, and we do
Yeah.
that. But I don't know.
Because am I understanding this right? I just want to make sure that I understand it. So there's two different things, right? There's a white glove finishing step that's kind of directing them, but there's also a white glove shipping method that is what we're looking for in the payload, right? So there's two things.
Those are the exact same thing. But white glove is Basic Invite specific.
Well,
But
okay, so I
That means the
understand
same
that
thing.
they're the same thing, that they
Yeah.
do the
But
same thing.
yes.
I'm
One's
just
in the
trying
payload,
to.
and then one is something that we added as a finishing step to alert production that it needs to
Shit,
have
totally.
an actual
so-
stamp placed on it and then ship.
Right. So
USPS.
my question is that can the finishing step be generic? I mean, I know that the
Right.
method isn't, but can the finishing step be generic? Can it be white glove or can it be stamp?
That's a question
like whatever
for
it is.
whoever
Okay.
does it.
yeah.
That's a
Okay.
question
And I think
for-
is that you typing or that's Rebecca? But yeah, what she's saying right there at the end.
Okay.
We just do
Because
one of those.
I am going to imagine that what Tara is going to want is she's just like, if it's just, I just want the same one. I don't want it to be
Yeah.
different, like looking for two different things. But maybe stamp fulfillment is the better finishing step nomenclature. Can you assign a fee to the finishing step? Is that how we've done it in the past, or?
That's the way Basic Invite has done it.
Okay.
We don't have anything built for, at least that I don't know, at least that I know of, that we are billing for stamp fulfillment that way. I know that we have some custom billing built in for like the nanograms, where we're calculating how much to bill based on rates. But this is going to be something else that we have to figure out? And maybe it's just a central parameter for stamp fulfillment cost, and then we can just wire that in for everybody, that if it's that method, then it uses that rate. Because it will change every, what, year? Or,
Yeah.
I don't know how often they change the stamp price.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they do with that anymore. I don't know.
And do they just, is that more of a part, or do they negotiate that by partner? Because maybe some partners only pay for the stamp, but I imagine that they should be paying for the stamp and handling. Or
I would think so
is
too,
the
yeah.
handling built in somewhere else? So we need to know how do they want to bill it so that we can get that into central
Capture it.
account for it.
Yeah. Okay.
To save account managers from having to go in at the end of invoice time and fix everything because the shipment price is all wrong.
Yeah.
So, I should not add this to the sprint yet, correct? Because we need to,
We need to, we need to
These
probably talk to Tara
questions
and Jamie.
answered. Okay.
So one of the things, Rebecca, maybe you, maybe everybody, we brought this up in new product meeting about letting us know, and it gets kind of hard when they're like, well, give us an example, where this one probably seemed like it was really, but then there's more to it, right? And so I'm trying to figure out,
See, I thought they did bring this up, which is why I talked to Jamie about what do we call it.
well, snail
Because I
mail
was
did
concerned.
get brought up, but okay, so maybe this one was not one of the ones that you were talking about, Rebecca, that,
Well, the thing is, what happens is we have that meeting, but the account managers aren't a part of it, and then the account managers are the ones that then they're the ones submitting the product request, and they're the ones that expect, oh, this should just like have quick turnaround time, and it's not their fault. They just weren't in that original conversation where we in that meeting said, okay, for the development team, it's going to require X, Y, Z. So I think that there's a gap of communication from that meeting
well,
to probably
I'm just
then.
wondering. I'm just wondering if there's a rules that we can like what's a simple product request and what's a complex product request. Like that's what I'm trying to
Right.
get down to is
Yeah.
that because some are simple, right, and some
yeah.
are not, and
So
so
in
I'm
this case, if I told her, what did I say? I feel
because like I'll tell you in this one, if I'm the account manager, they probably think, oh, we do white glove for basic invite. We already do this. This is not a problem. It'll be an easy one. What they don't realize is that we've tied that to basic invite. We don't want to
Yes.
cross-contaminate that, and so it's not the same. We have to
Yeah.
do a more generic one, and so I can see why they would think that was a simple product request, but it's not really a simple product request.
Yeah. So then
Um,
after what I've been trying to do is just tell them, stay in communication and say, for example, I said, the development team will need to work on the shipping code for them. I mean, maybe I need to be more clear and say it's going to require a deployment. This isn't, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
because then she wrote back and said, because I got all these other things updated, like adding barcodes and switching the placement around for
Mhm.
her, and changing the size because it was completely wrong. Anyway, she says, okay, so they sent another order. This looks great. We are just needing the code for shipping. Do you have an ETA? So it wasn't, obviously, I didn't communicate it the best I could have, apparently, because she thinks, okay, this development team, they can just make a code and now this is ready to go.
Yeah.
To create this entire process for stamp fulfillment, to do the forever stamp. So at this point, instead of just sending another email, I'm going to go over to her and tell her, okay, so we discussed
can
this
give
with
them
the
the
team,
code.
and
We can give them
Yeah.
the code as long as they're a month away from going live.
yeah,
or
and they're not,
whatever.
because they've sent test orders. Everything looks good with their files now. We've tested all the callbacks; they're all successful. So it looks like they're chomping at the bit. They want to go, but this is
Have they sent
we don't have it.
How are they going to send envelopes over to us?
What do we have for them? I think we're printing the envelopes.
Ah.
So
Yeah,
So
okay,
printed,
good.
open,
So we've
flap
got the,
envelope.
and we put we've been working on this for a while because
No.
putting the
it's been like a day of me just spending hours like trying to go, because Troy and Leah came over and they were like, they sent test orders. It's not working
Oh,
right. I'm
I
like,
see.
okay, I'm just gonna drop what I was doing and I'm
So
just
it
gonna
was
swivel to
so
this.
it was a different partner that we were working on putting the barcode on the envelope?
This is them. They came over. I think it was
Okay.
yesterday or the day before.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't even know that they'd sent over test orders.
Because we just barely turned on the functionality for that barcode to be placed, and I remember a pull request where we were working on positioning, and that was a while ago. So was that for a different partner, or was that for snail mail?
Well, this
You don't
barcode is
remember?
no. This is the compact barcode, and I got it from the Book by Anyone.
Sure, but the part about putting it on an envelope, that was
Oh.
for another partner, or it
Huh.
was this one. I don't know, but we had to make that so you could
Oh,
put it on
cool.
the front, and so anyway,
Oh.
that was we built that not that long ago, maybe 2
Oh.
months. So my question is just, was it for this partner or was it
Oh.
for a different one?
Good
And
question.
whichever one it is, it sounds like we need to figure out how we're going to do the stamp fulfillment part of it. That was just something that we dropped.
Everything else was good.
Because there's nothing, I mean, there's just, we need to figure out how we're going to do it. If we're going to match basic invite, then we need to use the fulfillment step and we need to put that in there.
Do we have that already? Stamp fulfillment finishing step, or do we only have the white
No,
glove?
we don't have any programming to put that in there for anybody else except for basic invite, so.
Yeah, and that's the part that I think that there's a discount from them, that they think, oh, we do it with basic invite, like it's just the same thing, and they
Just
don't
turn it
realize
on.
that we have to actually build it out because that was built specifically for basic invite. And I don't think
Yeah.
that piece of information is jiving in their mind. They think
Yeah.
it's
Well,
just,
I didn't know, so I mean,
Well, yeah.
I don't see how they would.
right.
And or do we know if they're going to be sending in multiple cards and envelopes in one order, or is it only just one card, one envelope?
Let me go.
Because if it is just one card and one envelope, we can use the flat rate price on this new partner shipping method, and we could get them up pretty quickly with the change to just sticking in finishing.
Oh, let me just pull open the. Or you want to see the payload?
No,
Or-
I just want to
no.
know if all of their orders are just one card, one envelope, but it's not. It doesn't look like.
Well, that's
Yep,
what their
that is-
tests have been. It's
Yes,
just
we
a
need to
folder card and
understand.
it's an envelope.
Because we can do that, but that bites us if they ever send in more than one card and more than one envelope.
Hmm.
But also, are they? Hold on. Yeah, we should have. If they send in more than one card and more than one envelope, there's nothing to tell. There's no way for us to know which card goes with which envelope.
Right.
So we need to have that conversation as part of this. Or maybe was snail mail talked about while I was gone?
I don't think so. Was it? I thought they just started I know we were talking about it because they started sending us to set it up, but I don't remember.
It was a couple weeks ago, probably. It was probably the week you were gone.
Yeah, that was also the week I was.
And it was like the first week you were there.
Maybe that's
It
maybe
was,
that's why
but
this
we didn't-
I know
Like
we
a month
talked about
ago?
it. I know we talked about it before. I was
Not
gone.
quite a month ago, only a couple weeks
July
ago. This
14th.
this came up when
That was a month ago.
That was a while ago.
To the people
Oh.
that don't know.
it was July 14th.
To the people
Yep.
that don't read time. Wow.
Okay, what
Dates?
was July 14th?
That's the meeting that snail mail was talked about.
Okay,
In
so
the
the
products.
meeting, the meeting was, you're right, that was July 14th, but when they started making requests for us to do something was that week when you and Rebecca were both gone.
Got it.
And so yes, we did talk, I know we talked about it in new products meeting, but then they started sending in their stuff, and so we were And that week we were kind of short on everybody. And so anyways, I think it was just
Well,
like a timing thing kind
it
of
looks-
got.
It looks like I created the
I think it
products.
was the first week that Ryan was gone.
So the week I got
Yeah.
back, it looks like I set up the
Or
products.
you just started, yeah, so we probably got the
But-
information.
Yes,
the
I
week
think
you
the
guys were
request
gone,
came over,
and then you
but
started
it hadn't. Yes, it hadn't been completed. But
Yeah,
the ticket had been
I
set the
got
week
it.
before, so I completed it. Yeah.
I got the ticket and assigned it to Rebecca because I felt like it could wait till Monday, and I
I see.
didn't. And everybody was busy, and we were
Yeah, sure.
short staffed, and so I mean, I know what it was. It was just that week, and that's probably why everybody feels a little bit lost because it was kind of like you weren't here, and then it came on. Anyway,
Because we weren't here.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so the question, so we need to understand better about what their order consists, because if we're building this
Yeah.
sort of a process, we need to iron it out. Like, what if a customer sends in multiple cards and multiple envelopes? How do we know which one goes with which? And how do we make sure the production puts the right one in the right one? All those things are, so I
Oh,
think
wait.
with Basic Invite, they do one card and then they do multiple printed envelopes. That's what our white glove service is. So they have one design, and then they send in a variable envelope, and we put one in each one and stamp it and send it out. With,
Oh, I see.
so that if this looks very different because this is a personalized card and a personalized envelope, as long as there's only one and one, we can do that. But if there's ever more than
Yeah.
one card, more than one envelope, then we're in
It looks
trouble.
like it says quantity 1
Where?
specifically on the specs.
Okay.
So it says A7 folded card from a print-ready PDF. Insert it into an envelope, address it, apply a real first-class stamp, and enter it into USPS as a normal person letter. Quantity
Okay.
1, on demand, fully white label.
Good. Okay. So then that works well for this. Then we don't have any problems. We don't have any catches to like any guardrails to stop them from doing it, but that's there. So if that's the case, then I think all we have to do is get the finishing step on there so that that will batch separately, and well, we're gonna have to see how Basic Invite does it, I guess, because how do they match the card to the envelope or the two batches? Because I know this is something that's really important for Terra, is how do we make sure that they get the two batch pieces together?
Well, this one should go CEPS, right? It's one card, one envelope.
But as a white glove, CPS and white glove, yeah, can we do that? Probably, and you're right. We don't want to do shelving, so that's probably the best way to do it. But that's not what we do for Basic Invite, so
Yeah, because they don't have one card, one envelope, right? They have one card, many envelopes.
well,
card,
they have
many envelopes.
no. It's a CPS. It's one stack of cards and one stack of envelopes.
So
Oh, right.
Same thing.
Yeah. 'Cause yes. It's the same number of envelopes and same number of cards. I got confused. I was saying CEPS, and then I started thinking
Yeah.
about the envelope counter.
uh-huh.
But yeah, so that's a potential use case of CEPS.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think we do need to make sure this is set up as CPS, and we probably still need to get that mark on the finishing step so that they know that they need to take it to. It's either a finishing step or it's a process map step. That's probably a. So if there's a process map step, then that means we would have to have a different product for stamp fulfillment versus not.
Uh-huh.
But in any case, I think we need to find out. We need to ask who. Who do we need to find out how that works?
Probably need to check with Tara or. Probably
Can we
with Tara,
see
right?
it on Basic
think so.
Invite? To see if it's a finishing step right now, or is it?
I know it's a finishing step because I
Oh,
just
because
saw
it wouldn't be
everywhere.
a process map,
Right.
because that would mean that just their
have
products
to be
have that
different way.
process map.
Right.
'Cause I don't think that the account management team is gonna care how they do it, just that it's done
No,
right.
they
So
don't
I
care.
think, yeah, I think we need to talk to
Just the
Tara
production
and
thing.
find out how she wants this handled, and then we need to match that best we can, I guess.
And do we want to build it in a way that it, I mean, at some point, we're probably going to have, or maybe we won't. With the other part, so I remember why we put I remember the partner that we were talking about, why we're getting the barcode there. That's for this name change partner that we were talking about a while back, where they
Whatever
were going to
happened with
have
that?
a card, an envelope, and a printed letter that was folded
Yeah.
into quarters.
Yeah,
and,
newly named.
yeah, thank you, newly named.
Gosh,
That's
I
why
thought I
we
was
built.
going
That's why we built
insane.
the barcode stuff.
Thank heavens
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah, they're still, I mean, a newly named is still, they're working on that one still, so that may still come back. Or,
And that's another one where the whole order is the entire order. So we could set that up as a CPS as well, a multi-part CPS. And
yeah,
okay, so then we don't need to worry about multiple card, multiple envelopes, and matching at this stage of our stamp fulfillment process.
okay, so right now, what do we need to do? We need to
Talk to
check
Tara.
with Tara to see how she wants this to go through the shop, right? And that's
Yep.
probably the next step. Okay.
Yep.
All right, well, we'll do that.
And we need to talk to account management to figure out how they're going to be charged and how do
Yeah.
they
Pricing.
want us to put the pricing in so that we're
Okay.
covering everything.
I like the idea of the central parameter, but
No, I don't like that at all.
oh, okay. Well, I can
But-
remove it.
But I mean, yes, it's flexible, but that locks it in for every
Oh yeah.
partner to be that price only when.
Oh,
And so maybe there's a partner order fulfillment charge that we put on these. I don't know.
There's a
You're
already
probably right.
custom
Central
billing
parameter
for-
probably is the best way.
that they can put on order, right? There's already custom billing you can add. Is that right?
Yeah.
We put it in there.
But if there's also just one card and one envelope, they could put the fulfillment on the card price, and maybe that's
Yeah.
what they're doing.
yeah. I mean,
Why not partner parameter?
Yeah, I think the partner shipping method flat rate cost is probably the right place to do it. It's just a question of whether or not we need to segment that, because I'm sure there's a labor portion and then a stamp portion. So when the stamp price changes, we can't just go in or maybe we would just go in and add 3 cents to everybody that uses the stamp fulfillment, or add whatever the difference is to just cover the change in stamp price. I don't know. And that is something that even Jamie could do. She could filter the partner shipping methods to show everybody that's stamp fulfillment and just change the price. So that's probably better than a central parameter cost.
I'll just leave this. I'm gonna leave it here. So.
I think we gotta get some answers first, and then. Did you have any questions? We can probably finish on this one. That you couldn't find your old story. Probably wrote it in
That's
a
really
dream.
helpful.
Didn't really happen.
She found
Oh,
her
I
old
found
story
it. You
yesterday.
hid it. No, you put it in production sync, I think. But
I did?
I had
What?
already written
That's because
this.
that's
so-
what we told him to do.
I know.
Because we
Then I
had to bring
deleted
it up in
it. I'd already
production.
made this.
Hey, if you're not here, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. You're gonna have to deal with it.
Well, to be fair, the
That's right.
story is much better. So I hope. Okay, so
Okay.
we got some answers from.
Oh, good. We even have a picture
Tara.
of the perfect. That's great.
Yeah, so that's
It
the,
is an A6.
It's an
not an
A6.
A4.
thank heavens Tara wrote. She's like, how is this an A4? Okay, so, oh my goodness. Oh, so when we discussed it with Tara, it was decided that yes, we want it to run CEPS. Okay, so they currently have these
So there's-
existing.
There's two
Ones.
steps.
Oh.
One is convert the current process, which is just a printed envelope file, like we did originally for Chatbooks before we switched Chatbooks over to the CPS workflow. We're going to do the same thing for Nanogram. We're going to move the Nanogram into the CPS workflow. So we're going to create, when we get an order, we're going to create the order item for the envelope based on the product. So I think we should do a product modifier, envelope type, or envelope SKU on the main ones, and then we will create the order item for the other one, and then we need to build the PDF.
So create the order item for the new products.
For the old, for both.
Oh,
The old one is going to need to, in order to go CPS, we have to have an order item that's an envelope. And they only send in the card. They don't send
Exactly.
in an envelope order item. So we would need to create that during file
and
processing.
move the rendering
Right.
generation from batching to file processing, right? And there will be nothing left on the batching side that consumes that rendering, if I'm not wrong.
That's
It was
correct.
just Nanogram, so should we just remove that piece of code entirely?
So
Leave it just in case? What do you think?
I think we should probably clean it up. We are not moving back that direction. We are
Okay.
definitely moving towards not doing that.
can you repeat that? Because I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Remove what piece of code? Something during batching?
Right, whatever
Rendering?
we do at batching time for creating these envelope things.
Wait. I think that they're still going to have the other products that will need the Nanogram envelopes. So they have these existing ones.
There are another X6.
Duplex, simplex. I don't know what size A6 means. These are 4x6. I know it's the same size. Their new products are the same size as the old products, but the old cards, they still need the blue Nanogram envelope. So Nanogram's code is currently calling for that. When this shipping method comes across, the first class letter pre-sort, for the new ones, these new cards, they want the printed white A6 envelopes. And we want those to run CEPS. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can remove the
Kind of.
other
So
code,
they have two
because they
different
still want to
envelopes.
use it.
No, they don't want to use that. They want to use both of these envelopes in the new CEPS workflow. So the old code is something that we don't.
Got it.
We are not doing that process on the floor anymore. Once we've moved Nanogram over to a CEPS workflow, both their printed envelope and both their printed branded envelope and the printed blank envelopes will still both be CEPS. They just won't. They won't use that old style, the old code.
And how will we be able to distinguish between is it just going to be like the product? Wait, I don't know.
Yeah, the envelope product
yeah.
will be a different, like one of them will be a branded envelope. It'll have a picture of the other box. It'll be named that way. And then the new one will just be the generic A6.
Okay. And is it that we're just going to look for the SKU of the card that they send over to know which envelope they need?
Mhm. Yep.
Oh my gosh, I finally got it.
Yeah, they're going to have to change that. Did they tell us what the SKU is going to be for these new products? 'Cause- I mean, usually
yes,
when they do
there
the
are-
product request, they can
Yeah.
set it.
Yeah, there's a product request. I never completed it because I thought it would just be easier to duplicate the product and then grab the new
duplicated the
SKU.
product?
Oh, I haven't
Okay.
duplicated it yet. I haven't done,
I see.
I haven't completed a product request or duplicated, because I was just waiting to see like what be the best way to go about it. But yeah, whenever there is a new product request, they always have a new SKU. I'm assuming there's a new SKU, but I can check.
Yeah, the question is whether or not the account managers put something in or if it was given to them by.
Mm-hmm. This is,
The products instead of the requests.
oh, I was gonna pull up, oh wow, why? Oh, I'm under, I wanted to see the old product, to see the SKU. Okay, nanogram print, and then, oh, product request is not on the same thing.
See that it's nanogram prints duplex.
Now,
See what they have with the other one.
nanogram, oh, yep. They've got, oh, and
Yeah,
there's a
postcards.
third one too. So it is different. But they're the same size.
Yeah, so the postcards are going to go in the blank white. Sounds like.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And we don't know what the. Oh, so the folded one's going to be set up. Oh, sorry, go back. I wanted to look
Oh,
at that.
I'm
folded
so
card.
sorry. Here. Yeah, I haven't,
That one that says, the note says, set up as their current products to use a printed one side white.
what?
What? That's not their current. Oh. Well, that's an A7? That makes more sense because the 5, it's a 7x5
Yeah.
card, it would need to be, so we would need to know. So that's another product that we have to set up as another CEPS type with another type of envelopes. Now we're going to have 3 different types of envelopes. We're going to have the printed one that we currently use with our current products. Then we're going to have an A4 or an A6 for their postcards and an A7 white for their folded card duplex. Yuck. So this is interesting because these are, yeah. This is similar to a white glove process, but it's just not, it doesn't get the stamp.
Mm-hmm.
But so they must just be handling that at fulfillment because they print it, they put it in there, and then they just ship it off.
Okay.
Is that
did you get
a 5x7? 7.
Folded.
I need to save.
All right. Well, you're finishing
A7.
writing that up. Do you still have questions for? I just worry that the whole team. I don't know if we all need to be on this call. Maybe it's gotten a little, but I know it's important too. So I'm not trying to say that, but
I see.
well,
No, this just goes. Yeah, this kind of goes back to just the idea of getting a story written out before we
yeah.
have the meet, before we bring it up before everybody. But I don't know what the process is like. I mean, because
Yeah.
clearly Rebecca doesn't have all the information.
Yeah.
And
Well, and she clearly also needs like your
she
Your
needs
guys'
somebody. Yeah, she needs
information,
input,
like-
right? Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know what the answer
Maybe
is.
we have
Like,
it. Yeah.
maybe it's almost like when we do product requests. Maybe we can excuse some of the team so that it's not everybody on it. Because I'm not saying that this isn't important. I just don't know that everybody needed to be on
Right.
it. And
Right.
is all I'm saying.
Or if everybody's interested in being involved.
Or yeah, or maybe you are. And if we can learn something, there's value in that too. But I don't know. Just the thought.
Scotty looks thrilled.
I think Chuck checked out a good 20 minutes ago.
Me?
What? Say what?
What? Huh?
You
What
can
day
still
is
hear
it?
me.
I'd say medium.
That was a perfect answer. And a great way to end our meeting today. Does anybody else have anything for today? And Rebecca, I apologize if that sounded like did you get what you needed?
Well, the question is this ready to go to the sprint, or is there more that is needed?
That is a good question.
I think we need to scope this out just a little differently. So I think we now have all the information, but we just need to present it in a different way so we can make sure we get what we want.
So would you suggest? I would suggest then maybe Rebecca could work with you, and you guys could figure out how to
Me
scope
or
this out.
Sebastian, either.
Okay,
I think
either
both.
one. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you can check to see who's available, and then probably work through them and get it fleshed out a little bit, and then we'll get it in the sprint and get going on it. And I'm gonna have a conversation. I'm trying to gather a couple of examples because
I've got a list,
One-
Chad.
okay. Well, then
I-
I'll work with you on that. I mean, it's just I always need to be more prepared for that because I'll bring something up and they're like, "Well, give me an example," and I'm like, "I don't have one right in front of me," so I need to bring them with
Yep.
me so I can say, "Here are the examples." But anyway, yeah, I'll get that from you and I'll work with you on that one. So
I have a list.
okay,
Requests, partners,
Hey,
new products. Yeah.
yeah, before we finish, there was a ticket you assigned to me that also deserved a story and maybe a quick discussion.
Which one was it? Because I have the
It
numbers.
was one. It was.
Oh, was it the tree ring one, or was it
Tree
the...
ring.
Okay.
Tree ring. So their tree ring travel want the box assignment.
Oh my gosh,
as well.
I read
So-
this and I was like, is this something we could do?
Yeah, I failed to tag you actually. I replied generically. So yeah, we need a story for that, and that's also their endpoint. We are assigning box numbers to the regular tree ring, and we are not doing that for tree ring travel. So that's what they are asking for. We need a little bit of investigation there, code-wise, what it takes and what can break or not. Their payloads, their
Two
products.
books. So we have to do 2 books fit in one branded box. Why are we? Wait. Why? Why do we need to do this?
I don't know. I almost feel like this is a
This is just
new product
packaging.
discussion, maybe. Or is it a shipping issue they're trying to solve?
Why? We have no context. Why would we do? Because
Orders.
we have customers that order multiple books and they just fit in whatever they fit. So why does it matter that we route the number of books to a box like we do for the yearbooks? That's
I mean,
that's
this
a
is
big ask because
yeah.
for yearbooks we've got we've got so many books we need to do that for. But for this, why?
Okay, let's put a note, Rebecca, to bring this up in new products meeting, and when we have because Tara may care about this too. This is going to affect her.
But who knows? But Mari is not in that meeting, so I mean, what? We don't have any. We can't bring it to the meeting without having the context of why it's being asked, unless Jamie knows. So you'll have to talk to her. Send it over to Jamie and say, "Do you know about this?
Yeah.
Is this
And what's
something
going on
we-
with it?
Like why or what the history is, or something, or just ask Mari. Say, can you give us more information why this is being requested? Because this, but I don't know how we do that without saying sounding we're not going to do it, or being.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll figure something out. I'll think of
Okay.
something. I'll take this one, or at least yeah. Why are we doing this? Okay, sounds good.
Good. Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, thanks everybody. Let me know if there's anything you need from me. Otherwise, have a great day.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye bye.